Greetings, gems, jewels, family, friends we haven't met yet, and all others.
It's Ray Ray, the rising queen, and Mama P, or Mama PJ. Here's another Life 101 journey. Today's topic is family business and church hurt.
Let's begin with our cleansing of our mind, body, and spirit. So, what you're going to do is breathe in deeply, exhale releasingly. We're first going to smell the flowers, blow out the candles. Inhale all your royalness, exhale all your underdogness. Inhale greatness, exhale doubt. Inhale positivity, exhale negativity. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale.
So, this Kirk Franklin situation. What you thinking about that, Ma?
Well, first, I'd like to quote Mike Todd for something he said. He's a pastor at Transformation Church. He said, let's stop highlighting people's worst and saying that's who they are. He wasn't talking about this subject, but I thought that was very fitting for what is happening right now. Let's talk about it. First of all, Kirk Franklin's son was a grown, we will not cuss, man. We made a vow not to cuss, but I wanted to cuss right there. I really wanted to cuss right there. He's a grown man. But what we have to remember in this situation is that family is dealing with mental health issues. The son is dealing with a mental health issue. With that being said, sometimes you got to check people where they check you at. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you should. Because I'm sure there are family members that make you want to check them 500%. Forget 100%. There's even people in your tribe that you want to check. As a mom, I've had some unroyal experiences with the growing, rising queen.
This tea tastes real good.
I'm sure it does. Hope it's some sugar in there, because what we're not going to do is sugarcoat this situation. I've even had to grab up some people in my tribe and check them. So, yeah. Grab them up. Because that's where they were at that time and at that moment. So sometimes we need to embrace, and sometimes we need to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be godly and you can be gangster. Sometimes.
G&G.
I mean, sometimes it's about the hug and the love, and sometimes you just think I don't want to take them any place that I don't want to go myself. I want to say I'm a Christian. I have cussed more than once. Sometimes it feels real good to cuss. But on the real, sometimes family takes you there. I hope Kurt takes advice from his own music. His top 10 songs were Love Therapy, which is definitely what this family needs. Imagine Me. So if you can't imagine him in that situation, imagine you in that situation. I Smile. His whole song, I Smile, is all about overcoming obstacles. Right from the beginning. Want to Be Happy. I hope they get to a happy place in this situation. Yes. So you can look up all these songs. So those are just, and another song that made this funny to, not funny because the situation is not funny at all, but kind of a reflection that was like, may need to. He put him to the point where it was the revolution. And if you don't know that song,
Can
go
I
listen
get a
to
revolution? Whoa.
Right, exactly. And his son got the revolution all right. He went from Christian to cussing, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Kurt. We got you. I think what people need to remember is that all families have situations. All families have situations. Some of us deal with mental health issues in our family, which is a very serious topic. And we also need to know that with any family, there is some dysfunction.
No matter how hard you try to sugarcoat it, there is dysfunction in some families.
Kurt, our family is praying for your family. In this situation, we support you, and we think that you should get a shirt, or your next song might say Christians might cuss. Just a suggestion.
Oh man,
what you got to say, Ray Ray? Let's talk about you and your family situation.
All right, so this is our family connection. So we want to shout out to the Johnson Cruz connection, the Maxwell Paris combination, the Touraine Day pathways, and so many other families that have adopted us into their families, and we were connected through love, not blood. And as far as my personal family hurt, I have to say that being raised by a single mother was amazing. My mom did such amazing. I'm not going to get emotional, and I'm not going to say nothing to get her emotional because that's not what we're here for right now. But my mom raised me as a single parent. She did a great job. It did bother me that I didn't have the best situation with my father. There was a lot of lack of communication on his side. There was some work that I could have done, but as a younger kid, seeing kids in like elementary school and high school growing up with their fathers and me not being able to have that connection with my own did hurt a little bit. I do have to say, if you know my grandfather or my godfather or other men in my life that have made a positive mark, I didn't miss out on anything at all, because Poppy made sure that I was straighter than a straight line. There's nothing that I have asked for him, maybe a couple things that he wasn't able to provide for me. But other than that,
he like Snicker bars or something like that. Nothing major.
Okay, whatever. So Poppy was definitely my father figure. He completed every different aspect besides being my actual biological father. My godfather, Uncle JJ, shout out to him. I love you very much. He was a father figure to me as well, but it's different when it's not actually your father in the situation, like not answering phone calls. There's stuff that happened, like my cheerleading competitions when I was in cheerleading, that it's just moments like that I wish he was able to be there for. And like I said, Poppy was at almost every football game, there to see me cheerlead and stuff like that. But, school, when we were, what is that called at the Henderson? Challenge shows. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now.
Plays. They did everything.
Yeah, we did everything. But stuff like that, you want to see your father there. You want to see him congratulate you with the bouquet of flowers. Not necessarily flowers, but just to be like, Rayla, you're doing a good job. So stuff like that did bother me growing up. I don't necessarily think I had any church hurt because I didn't experience that. There was a lot of transitionings happening in my church, but they didn't affect me personally.
It did affect you.
How?
When you were like 10 and the transition happened and you said you didn't want to go to people's house that talked about church because you don't remember that?
No,
you don't remember anything. So she was affected by church hurt. So there was a transition that happened from an old transition to a new transition in administration, and there was a lot of feelings that adults were having, and Rayla was 10, and she said, "Mommy, I don't want to go."
I'm 23 now, so
yeah, but she doesn't remember things that happened 2 days ago.
Whatever.
She didn't want to go to people's houses that we're talking about church, our church that she grew up in, that I also grew up in.
Okay, so correction, church hurt that I remember, because clearly I went through that. But like now I've moved past that point because
You're not gonna cut me off.
I just
Go
did.
ahead.
I just did.
Go ahead.
So I personally don't remember going through that. I'm not gonna say that it didn't happen, but that is something that I've clearly moved on from, and I'm good now. I can be at church. I can be on Zoom church and be fine. So, yeah, that's I guess you say that would be my hurt, but overall, God put me in my mom's life for a reason, and she did an amazing job. It takes a village to raise a child, and my village did what they needed to do. And kudos to you, shorty.
Thank you. I would like to briefly say that our village is definitely part of our family. Relatives have your bloodline, and family are those that are with you through the floodlines, is what I usually say. So I want to continue on church hurt because a lot of people are judging Kurt, who is a Christian artist overall. He's done some other things, but that's what he's known for. And a lot of people are judging him like they don't have family situations of their own. Family issues that need more than tissues, for real. I'm just saying, like, stop judging him. We are not God. Church, so a long time ago, I don't know where it's from originally, but probably somebody that was hurt. I've been church hurt. My most profound church hurt was when I had Rayla, and some ladies said some things that were very negative, and I cussed at church.
You cussed at church?
I forgot about that until that very moment. But I did cuss at church. I did apologize. I apologized to the seniors because I thought it was out of character, and two, I disrespected them. But I did not apologize to the people who said what they said to me, because they were supposed to be uplifting me in my time. I'm a survivor of domestic abuse, and I went through a whole bunch. I left, came home, redid my life, and they were tearing me down. So that hurt deeply. That cut very deeply. I also want to say my church is a traditional Baptist church that I grew up in, still attend to this day. And there's a whole generation that I grew up with, like we grew up with until in our late teens. And there's a whole generation that was missing because of church hurt. Church hurt them deeply. Church hurt happened regularly to some people, even abusive situations, verbally abuse. I don't know about any physical stuff, but I do know there was verbal abuse, which made people feel in a certain kind of way. So one thing I want to say, honestly, that helped me recently get over that, because my church hurt was big, and I stayed. I never gave up on God. Like, what my connection to God was never in question. But I do want to say that I recently, the new pastor at my church said something to me that meant volumes, even though he had nothing to do with the situation. He had nothing to do with my church hurt. Nothing at all to do with my church hurt. And he truly, genuinely apologized. So shout out to Pastor Willie Bodrick.
Hey, Willie.
The second. The second. Willie Bodrick the second. Reverend Willie Bodrick the second. I just want to give a shout out to him because he's been so supportive, and he actually apologized. We were in Bible study, Tuesday School of the Bible, and he said, PJ, I'm sorry for your church hurt. And that meant more to me than even the person who hurt me probably couldn't have said it that way, because he had nothing to do with it, but he knew how serious it was. So I do want to say that. In my final thoughts about this, I want people to stop judging Kurt Franklin and others. At this time, his family needs prayers, encouragement, good vibes, positive energy sent their way, not negativity and condemnation. I know personally what it is to be hurt from church and see many people I grew up with leave church. We grew up together. the church we grew up together in because of church. And now here's my gangster side. Tupac said, "Only God can judge me." I take that to the bank.
Period. Drop the mic.
Drop the flower.
Drop the flower.
So that's it for us today on family and church hurt. I hope that you have not been church hurt, and if you do, I hope you find a way to heal it. But remember, Tupac said, "Only God can judge me." Woo-hoo. We hope you enjoyed this journey on Life 101, where we will discuss things from silliness to seriousness. Spread love and knowledge. Life 101. Don't stay stuck. Make your dreams a reality. Life. Live it your way. Learn from it. Love it. Share it with others. We are doing small things in a big world. Journey on with us through 101. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.
Also, before we go, I want everyone to put in the comments something that has helped you push through your hurt. Doesn't matter if it's necessarily church, family. Somebody could have looked at you the wrong way and you felt hurt by that. But I want you guys to put in the comments ways that you were able to push through those situations and overcome. So make sure you put those in the comments. I want you guys to like, subscribe, share. You never know where we'll be or what we'll be discussing. You never know. You never know. Oh, you like our Celtic shirt?
Yo,
Ooh,
repping
we
Boston.
Okay.
Beantown Babes. Woo.
Oh,
Wait, what's the thing?
huh?
No. Whoa. I don't know.
She can't
Whoa, I don't know.
So, Life 101, we're doing big things in a small world. We hope you enjoy this video and stay tuned for more. From Ray Ray and Mama PJ.
Peace out. Peace out.
We'll see you next time.
From our town to your town. Hey, hey.
Hey.